Hello. On the topic of whether or not you can successfully keep a relationship with a narcissist as a friendship, well, there's a couple of things to think of. There's a couple of things to consider, okay? The reasons that you may have to want to maintain a friendship with your narcissist are not going to match the reasons the narcissist has for remaining friends with you. You might say, I tried that. I tried to remain friends. And my reasons were, I felt I was just learning about this disorder, and I felt bad for how broken he was. And knowing that I am an A-plus type friend, I thought, he needs me. I'm going to be there for him. I'll help him. I'll let him see the light. I'll help guide him so he could be a better person for the next girl. I was concerned for the next girl. I was trying to advise him how to be with his next person. Which eventually those feelings led me to start this channel because I just want to help people not go through this. I was already trying to help somebody in trying to help. His new supply, I guess, was the first person I was trying to help. Through him, by fixing him. So to maintain friendship, the other reason is to try to help them, but also the other reason that I had, and I will admit this, I have no problem admitting this, I found my narcissist when he wasn't being this, and this. He was charming and funny and fun and, and I thought, as a transition to get me used to not having them in front of me, I'll be friends. So his physicalness is still in front of me. I can still laugh with him. We can still, dance, sing. Friends, what you do with friends. I full on thought I was going to have a full friendship with this person. I thought that's where it would go. Oh my God. The reason that it was never going to work for me, and the reasons that it was never going to work because of what I know his reasons were, are twofold. Their reasons, just to get to that for a second, to maintain friendship with you isn't to help you or because they're trying to transition away from the idea of having you in front of them and make it easier, like your reason might be for them. I didn't want to just cut it off. I was in the thick of it. I couldn't picture just having him in my life one day and just never seeing his face or hearing his voice again. It was hard for me. So I thought, I'll be a friend. I won't give myself to him, but I'll be there for him and it'll be fine. It'll be a good transition. Their reasons for remaining friends with you are to keep you on the hook to be supply, to keep control over your life and have them guide your life, to keep them having an opinion infused into your brain about somebody new that you encounter. You think you're going to talk to the narcissist as a friend about somebody new that you're seeing? Oh my God. Oh my God. Nope. None of any of the picture that I had in my head of being a friend with that narcissist worked out. Of course you can't talk to the narcissist about somebody new that you're seeing. Of course they're not going to heed your advice on how to treat their new supply better. They're a narcissist. So that wasn't even working. That goal that I had to help him wasn't working. Transitioning, having them in front of you, that was gravely interrupted by every single attempt that they will continually make to get into your brain. Love bombing you. They'll try to have sex with anybody. Those things never go away. My friends don't try to have sex with me. My friends don't love bomb me with a bunch of language and try to get me back together with them. Those things never stop because they want to know and they want to see evidence that they do still have that control over you. It is very difficult to try to be friends with someone that is still trying to come at you from that angle. Right? It's impossible. Not to mention, once I caught on that the only reason that they will remain in your lives if you call it friendship, is they're accepting your consolation prize for now in their mind. I saw it. He always had an intention of them coming back, of then coming back in and trying to get more from me. Even if it was fake, future faking, how they do, promising you everything. Fine, I'll be friends with you now, but someday I'm coming back for you. And, you know, I'm seeing somebody else. He was seeing somebody else, and the whole time he's love bombing me. I'm going to come back for you. I don't care who you're with. I will come get you. This woman means nothing. That's not healthy for you to be in the middle of all that. And you aren't going to help them. And it isn't going to transition you easier, by the way. Ripping the Band-Aid off, I recommend. It is much easier. Because having him in front of my face for longer and longer and longer made me keep seeing the side of him that was enjoyable, because he would come over as a friend, stopping in for coffee, whatever, in the months that followed the breakup, as a benevolent manner. It would always end up ugly. It was always, they're still going to insult you. They're still going to devalue you. They're still going to tell you stories, make you feel bad, triangulate you with their new supply. Even if you don't care anymore, you care. That's why you're trying to be friends with them. They're going to make you feel bad about your new relationship or person you might be talking to or thinking about seeing or whatever. They're going to make you feel bad about that. They're going to insult your new person, insult your motivations to maybe be with a new person. If you were trying to see someone new or talk to someone new. When I say I was seeing somebody, I was talking to somebody. Happen to mention it. Total denigration. So then if you're the type to let that enter your mind, now you're starting to look at the person you were starting to talk to or see in a different manner, in a negative way, because you're a narcissist, got wind of it, and had the floor for 30 seconds long to change your mind about someone that they haven't even met that's good to you. They don't want you with anybody else. So how are you going to be friends with somebody that's going to denigrate any idea of you being with anybody else? That's not a very good friend to have around. And to think that you're going to have, I don't know, a gathering, and because they're a fun person maybe in your mind, oh, I can have a gathering and have them here. Well, I never went that far, but I realized quickly there's no way on earth I could ever have a gathering and have him here. Which is what you do with your friends. You have a gathering, you have them to your home. There's no way. The company I kept with him was one-on-one for a very long time after the, you know, in terms of trying to be friends. For all that long time, which it was months and months and months, that was not, I wouldn't have him around other people. That stopped cold when we broke up. No, you'll never see my people again. You're not putting them around other people like a true friend. You can have your friends all around each other. No. It just doesn't work. And it becomes all-consuming for, I find, for us, because we are wondering, well, what do you mean? What's he doing now? Or he was over the other night, and why isn't he calling me tonight? And what your mind goes back there. And you will torture yourself. And just the thought of them having that friendship where they can use it to control you is enough to stay away from it. You don't want them anywhere near you to control you, lie to you, tell you stories out of school, say love-bombing words to you, have a chance to build up some pipe dream of, well, you know, if it were up to me, I'd be with you, and, you know, you're with this guy now, and I'm with this girl. Who knows what they could say to you, depending on your situation. It's absolutely not, in my opinion, and you might be doing it. Maybe you've been friends with your narcissist for 5 years and you're like, it's working out. Is it? I'd be curious to hear how that's working out. Stop licking, baby. I'd be curious to know how that's working out specifically. I would be very curious to find out from any one of you if you've managed to maintain a friendship with your narcissist. Now, if he was an ex-spouse and you have children together and you've had to maintain some kind of a relationship, I hope you have worked out at least a friendly way to deal with each other. I hope you have. But the definition of a true friendship excludes them, because that would be honesty, loyalty, non-betrayal. They want the best for you. They're not using you. You got to watch out for why a narcissist comes at you. Many of them come at you because they need something. They need company. They need to feel better. Somebody hurt their feelings and they know you'll boost them up. They need to borrow money. They need a place to stay. They need, you know what I'm saying? Many times they come at you or keep you in the pocket because, okay, this one doesn't want to be on the bench as new supply I can call on to take out again. I'll let her think she's my friend. You're still on the bench in their eyes, and they're calling on you to get a hit of your supply. Your supply is in the form of friendship right now. They're going to still call on you to get a hit of whatever it is you're giving them. I'm not doing that for somebody else. No. I have a lot of very wonderful friends, and none of them treat me like he does. Sorry. Even as friends, he was lousy. Still lying. Everything that came out of his mouth. Right now, he'd say it was nighttime, just because. And it's clearly day, because that's the sky shining in on me. So I just feel, when it comes to being friends, I know for me, and I want you to look at it, for me, I will admit it was to transition to having him not in my face anymore. It was a way that I could keep him in front of me under the guise of friendship until I was used to the idea of not having him around. And I realized very soon, well, maybe months and months and months isn't very soon, but it is for some of you who have been in it for years and years and years. But I realized, no, this is impossible, and it only invites trouble for me. So watch for that. Do you want to be in a friendship with someone that is probably hanging on to it so that you are in their list of people they can call on if they need something? You're in their list of getting a boost of ego when they know they need it from you. You're in their list of people to call on to keep company if they're bored. It's just not a true valid friendship. I don't care what angle you cut. There's no way I could do it. So I caution you against thinking you can be friends with your narcissist. You really have to think long and hard about it. And do you want to share with your narcissist things about your new life? Of course you don't. They don't deserve to be in your space. They don't deserve to be in your space. It is from you, maybe, that the friendship is happening. It's my guess. You think it's going to be easier to transition into not seeing them anymore. You think, but I need them in my life. They're friends with me. It's not healthy for the person you're with now. If you are with someone now, it's not really proper for you to maintain a friendship with this narcissist. And the way they're going to be talking to you with the love bombing, that never stops. Throughout all the friendship, the love bombing never stopped. And it was, come back to me. And so you're saying, well, I'm maintaining. I'm not being with him. I'm not saying the same things back. I'm reminding him we're not together. I'm telling him no way. I'm telling him there's somebody else, whether or not there is. You're telling him no, no, no. You're giving him all the messages of no, but you're receiving him. You are receiving him as a friend. And so the message that you're giving is that your door is still open. And that's the message we do not want our narcissist to have. So give it some thought. This is a wide spectrum. I see everything from, I've been friends for 3 years and sure enough it didn't work out. Or I've been friends for... Give it some thought. It is a very peculiar avenue to try to go down, which is being friends with your narcissist. I couldn't. Didn't work out for me. Tried it for months. And I'm open to the discussion. Let me know. Hit me up and tell me what you think. Comment. Let's have a dialogue. Because I want people to learn. And if you figured out a way to do it, I'd be very curious to know how. And God bless you. Like I said, if there are children involved, I hope you did. And maybe it has a lot to do with you just don't allow the topics to be. Friends is different than friendly, right? Friends to me means they come to your house, you break bread with them, you take drink with them, you are friends. That to me is what I'm talking about. If you're friendly and you see each other and you pick up the kids and everything's fine, you want that, of course, and I wish that on everybody. But to have a friendship with your narcissist, I would think about it long and hard, because I'm telling you what, for me and from everything I've seen and read, it's impossible. Okay, my friends?